Boom, we back at it, man. Fearless and Fearless podcast, man. It's me. So y'all knew that already, though. We got
Binky Mamas.
Binky Mama's here. Some of y'all might not know who she is. I didn't know who she was. I was on Instagram scrolling, and she popped up in my people you may know, and I was like, I don't know her. Like, who the fuck is this? I clicked, and then I'm like, oh, she rap. Let me see what she talking about. And she was rapping, y'all. She was talking her shit. So I'm like, yeah. I reached out, like, yeah, I want you to come on my podcast. So how long you been rapping? Like,
Only about like 3 years now. Really?
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was talking like damn. That's why I was telling you that song, that first song you heard was my first song I recorded.
Yeah.
Like how the hell?
Yeah, nah, that song was like, that song was hard. Like, what made you be like, alright, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the studio?
When I was younger, probably about like 5, 6, 7 years ago, my brother used to rap. My older brother raps. My second brother, my other brother after him raps. My mom was a good writer. I used to be in school getting A's for the stories that I write, poetry, all that. I never really took it serious until one day my sister like, yo, why you ain't never like try to spit something like. So I'm like, all right, let me try it. So I freestyle, said some shit to her. She's like, oh, now we gotta go to the studio. So that song that I recorded was the first song.
Like,
And
just
that was it.
right out the gate.
Yeah, I mean, I was nervous in the studio, of course, but that's my life. That's how I felt. And at that moment, I got cheated on around that time. So, like, I really felt
So
the
it
words
was
I was
light.
saying. Yeah, I really felt the words I was saying. And I was upset, so.
So you said that was what you said 3 years ago. So like now looking back, like does that song still resonate with you? Like,
Well, I'm in a healthy relationship, so not really, but yeah, I'm always feel like that. Like, regardless of what dude
towards the situation, maybe not towards men as a whole, but
I feel like it was for the men at that point, but I feel like it's just really because not only am I talking junk, but I'm also stating like no matter what, I'm a boss, and I'm gonna show you I'm a boss. No matter who you are, whether you come and you go, I'm gonna still be there. So really, that's what it really was about. But of course, it was directed towards him because of what happened. Yeah. So
So do you like, you only put out a certain amount of songs, but like do you have like other songs recorded that you just haven't released?
definitely, I have a couple songs I did with other people. I got different shit that I never even finished in my phone. Mad songs written in my notes. Like I have mad stuff. It's just I feel like I wasn't consistent enough. You know, because you gotta have the confidence behind it. You could be fired, but if your confidence ain't up there, I just feel like you're not gonna take it serious. And I also feel like being around certain people could drag me down too. Like, you know, because you want support and shit like that. So if you're not getting the right support, then you kind of feel away.
I
But
think,
people got their own lives. You know, you can't be mad that they don't believe in because they don't see it yet, so they can't really believe in it. You know.
I'm on the fence with that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the fence with that. Like, if you around me, if you in my direct circle, like you gotta be for what I'm for. But at the same time, like if you don't believe in it, then you can't be
Nah.
around me because like you
Nah, I
said,
agree.
you're gonna bring me down and like I'm
Right.
trying to go up. So
Right. Right.
I don't. So like, where do you get your inspiration from? Like,
I think just life things, and I also feel like it was always hard for me to express my feelings. I feel like at one point I was very aggressive, like I wouldn't really talk, like I fight a lot, yeah,
oh,
and
you
stuff
stuck
like
in
that. Yeah, I would. Like I have friends, I would fight for them. They'd be bigger than me, and I'll be like, for real, I'll be stepping like, and I feel like because I grew up without a lot of things, it made me protect other people because I went through a lot. So I feel like people may see me like, why are you making music like that? You're not even aggressive. But not knowing, you know, what type of person I am, what I've been through, and stuff like that. So really, that's what inspires me.
so what's
Because
your,
that's really my personality, like, but I'm kind of quiet. So you want to really know that, yeah. So music
Until
helps
it's
me. Yeah, music helps me like express that inner me, I feel.
like, so
That's what I feel.
what's your writing process like when you write a song? Like, what makes you be like, I gotta write this song. Like, not even necessarily record it, but I gotta put this on paper. Like,
I'm funny. Like I feel like sometimes what I write don't got nothing to do with what I'm going through, and sometimes I just like feel like I could go literally on YouTube and hit a beat and be like, that's it, and just go off. And then there's times where I'm sitting there like, today's not the day to write, because I don't feel it. Like, I feel like I gotta feel it. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm like that with my writing process too. Like, I'll get in modes where I might write for a whole hour, and then some days, like you said, I'll be sitting there like, yeah, this ain't.
And I feel like it's important not to force it though.
Nah,
Because then I feel like
don't.
you putting out some whack. I feel, for me, I would feel like I'm putting out something whack because I'm forcing like
Yeah, I'm not being
the
true.
content. Yeah.
There's been a few times where like I wrote pieces because I also do poetry. Like that's how this whole thing came about, was through my writing and poetry. And like it's been times where I've written pieces and people be like, "Yo, this is fire. You should add to it." And I'm like, "And say what?" Like I said everything I needed to say. Like,
I feel like when it comes to that, it's like iffy for me personally, because I feel like how I was writing at the time, my people's around me, well, really my engineer, he was like, be more sexy. I'm like, I'm not really like an extra. I'll say some slick shit, like you gonna hear some shit in there, like oh shit, but I don't know, I'm not gonna be moaning on a beat or doing some extra shit, like you know what I'm saying? And he cool, like ain't nothing wrong with it, but I was frustrated because I'm like, what y'all mean? Like why I gotta be that? I'm not that, so I can be, you know what I'm saying? And I just think it's dope that it came full circle because they was like, oh, be more like Meg. And it came full circle. Now we got Glorilla. You feel me? Which I can relate to because I feel like she say her little slick stuff, but she not on an over sexually.
Yeah, nah, she popping her shit, definitely.
You feel me? And I feel like if I could say who, not that we alike, but her style is like, I fuck with her style because I like that. Like, you ain't gotta be super like sexual. No disrespect to nobody that do that. It's just, I don't feel like you have to be that way to get somewhere.
If you could rap, you could. But it's the same with men. Like you don't gotta be overly aggressive. If you got bars, like we want to hear that too. Like you know what I'm saying. You ain't gotta be like, I rip your head off, man.
Right, or fuck bitches, or you know what I'm saying. You could just do you. Like that's how I feel.
Okay, that's what's up. So like, what since you spoke on Krwnd, like what artists inspire you, like to?
Like in general?
Yeah, just in general. Like.
I would say like Lil Wayne, different people. Like growing up, you know, both of my peoples is Spanish, but all my cousins is half black, half Jamaican. So it's like all different types of music. It's not just straight Spanish. And so I feel like I listen to a little everything growing up, like anything, rock bands, all that. Like I like a little bit of everything. So
I used to listen to Panic at the Disco. Those was my guys.
Like I don't have a specific. I wouldn't say specific. I think liking and hearing all that type of music.
Yeah,
we like music and love music.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, if it's relatable, if I can attach myself to something in the song, it don't even got to be the whole song. It can just be one verse, like. But I'm like, damn, you got to be well-rounded because if you stay stuck in your box, then you're never gonna grow outside of that. Unless that's what you want to be. If you want to be in your little pocket, then by all means, like, but sometimes, you know, you definitely got to step outside of your box. Like I said, it all depends on where you're trying to go with it.
Right.
Like, what is your end goal with your music? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you just, is it just an outlet or?
It's definitely an outlet, and I definitely think I want to put other females on. Like my end goal really is to have a label with just straight females and have like a female movement. Like I said, I've always been big on girls, like especially because you never really, even to this day, like when you get somewhere it's different, but like I interact with so many people from my like city, Bridgeport, and it's like, not to diss nobody, but it's like a lot of flirting and stuff. It's never like direct, oh, let's get to business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I feel like I want women to be able to come in somewhere knowing that they ain't gotta do no flirting stuff or weird stuff to get a position or a feature. Like I feel like that's corny. Like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta respect the art. You gotta respect the culture. If that's what you there for, do that on your own time. But like, I can feel like, cause I definitely be seeing that. Like, I definitely. There was a few people who were supposed to collab with me, and then they went this way, and I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I don't like those vibes. I feel like put your bag first, no matter who you are.
And some people
Like,
ain't.
why you gotta, I don't know, I just feel like that's.
But you know how that go, everybody ain't in the same thing for the same reasons. Like, you know, some people just in it for their notoriety. Like right now, that's the biggest thing right now. People want attention. They want people to know who they are. Like, hey.
So maybe that's where I can't relate, because I feel like even being a young man, I always got attention. So maybe there's just, I feel like when you got it, you don't really look for it like that. But when you ain't really never get it growing up, you feel like you gotta do certain shit or be a certain way to get attention. That's how I feel.
Do you think that's a personal mental thing, or that's like just a product of growing up where we grow up at?
As in what, like people needing like attention and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I feel like a lot of, especially from where I'm from, Bridgeport, I feel like a lot of people, you know, we was running the streets young, we was doing stuff young, we didn't really have guidance.
Right.
So I guess in certain ways, since people lacked attention at home, they probably do stuff in another way, you know, shooting people, doing all this other stuff, selling drugs. I feel like everybody does what they do for a reason, but you gotta be mentally strong, I feel like, when it comes to certain things. Like, you can't sell your soul for attention. And I just always pride myself on that, like, that's just how I feel.
That's what's going on now, though, in 2020. There's a lot of soul selling right now. I feel the same way though. Like you gotta be authentic to you, like whatever might come with that. So you said you got an eclectic of people that inspire you musically. So like, what's your like when you go into the studio like to make a song? Like, would you just go straight in the booth and record, or like you sit vibe with the beat, or?
Yeah, I definitely have to sit and vibe with the beat, play the beat a couple times loudly, you know, by myself, be in the studio. Cause I might not like something. I might be like, yo, cut that part out. I like this part better. Leave that. So I don't know. It's just I really do vibe, like, cause I used to smoke and drink. I used to smoke and drink, so I go in maybe like smoke a blunt and just chill, and then listen to the beat, or drink, and I'll see the different vibes that I have. You know what I'm saying? One make me a little too laid back. One, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I would really fill it out, and then jump in whenever I feel like it's a vibe. I just
Like that, so you had said off camera, you write all of your stuff.
all myself,
Everything.
everything.
I like that. That's dope. So like, you got an actual notebook, or like?
I'm all over the place. I'll do it in my phone. I'll do it on a little piece of paper if I'm somewhere, and I'm like, sometimes at work I have a notepad. I'm like, yo, I just thought some crazy shit, and I just write just that line down, cause I could go off a line and make a whole song. So once I could hit a line, the starting line, after that it's whistles. Like, I feel like I could just keep going.
Yeah, it's like that with poetry. I get writing prompts all the time, and they be like, ooh, yeah, I like that. My last poem. Shout out to Trey, man. Trey, the dope ass poet out of Connecticut. He's good for that. That'll just find like a line, and it'll be just that one line would be profound, but to be able to build a whole body of work around that is dope. And the fact that you still write, because you know a lot of people be honest, I don't write the same shit.
Right.
That's cool that you respect the creative process, because sometimes you might not be able to come up with it right then and there. Like you might need to sit with it sometimes.
Listen, I'm telling you, writing always been my thing. Like, I love even just writing stories, just writing in general. I love it. I've always loved it. I was in high school. I was bad. I swear, like I was bad. Like I went to like 3 different high schools. Went to night school. Went to adult ed. Like I was like all over the place, and I'll get F on everything, but like literature, writing stories, like hour before I go into school, write a whole story, get an A on it. Like I was like that. I just loved it always. I didn't know why. I just did. So it's easy to me, really, but it's still hard at the same time. Writing it ain't. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta make something catchy at the end of the day.
Yeah, you gotta make it, because how it might sound to you in your head might not be received
That's
to
a
the
fact.
people. So it's like having a balance of how do I relay what I want to say and keep it true to myself, but at the same time make sure that other people can relate to it and be like, oh, okay, I like that.
Right.
But I mean, you did that like I said, your first song, cause like you was you was black and all that. I was like, but it was the energy. It was the again the authenticity
Right.
of it. Like I was like, okay, like, and the fact that I really didn't know who you are, cause that's what I do. Like I listen for people that's up and coming, or people that just on their grind. Like okay, and it's the passion behind it. I feel like that's like again going back to the balancing. You gotta have a balance between being consistent but having the passion. Because I know people that are consistent, they just don't have the passion for it. Like so, it's like they don't want to do the certain things that go into it. Like it's people that just want to drop music all day.
Right, and then the music don't really have substance, or it's not really.
They don't got no visuals. They don't want to do no promo. They don't want to do no shows. They'll just post it on Facebook and tag 500 people and be mad like, why I didn't share my shit? Whoa,
see, I think that was my thing too, though. Like I feel like I got the talent, but it's like, again though, like my sister was dead supporting me. Like I can't say she was one person that was supporting me, sharing my stuff. One of my friends was sharing my stuff. Okay, you know, random people too, but I'm just saying it's better when you have like an inner core circle,
right? Because
they can help you with different shit. Like imagine I was a mail lady, so I was working 7 days a week and still going to the studio and still paying. Like you know what I'm saying? I was doing all that, like not getting no sleep or nothing. So I took it serious, but it's like I can't write the song, pick the beat, do all this right, and then on top of that promote, and then like it's mad. I feel like you need a team when you like trying to do music and stuff like that. I can't just look to my sister to do everything or look to another person to do everything. It's like I need a team, I need a machine. That's how I always felt.
So is that where you at right now, like trying to build your team and trying to?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm looking for a new producer. Nothing wrong with my last one. I'm just, you want to try different things, different person, different beats and stuff like that. So I'm just looking for people that want to work the way I do, believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Even though nothing is there yet, you need that. You need people that's gonna push past that.
You got the dream though. You got the vision. I don't want to say dream. I don't necessarily like that word, but you got a vision. So like you need, like you say, you need people that's
right.
Placed around you to understand, like you can have the input, like those outside people that are on the team, they can have the input, they can say what they need to say, but ultimately, like if it's not for the betterment of the brand as a whole, like we can't have that. I've been fortunate enough to have the right people placed around me. They say you can't do business with friends, but like I do business with my friends. Like my photographer is my friend.
Well,
I love that. My brother Gordy, like that's my friend. We've been friends. I ain't gonna tell him your age, bro, but we've been friends for quite a long time. And honestly, like the first poem I ever sold was to one of my friends. Like,
really?
Yeah.
That's like, so dope.
I was just like, actually, my viewers were tired of hearing this story about how I started writing poetry. It was VZ. She was like, "She write poetry," and I'm like, "Fuck that shit. I'm not writing no poetry." Like,
but I look like right.
Yeah, everybody won't want to hear that. And she's like, "Just do it," and I'm like, "Alright, I'm gonna try it." And so I started writing stuff, but I've always written, so it wasn't like it was new to me. I've always written, always excelled. If I didn't do good at nothing else, always was writing. And the funny thing is, I started taking it more seriously because people didn't believe that I was writing. They didn't believe that I had wrote the stuff that I had wrote.
Really?
Yeah, they was.
I feel like it's always like that though.
They was like, what? And the fact that like this was back in the end of 2016, beginning of 2017. So like I wasn't performing or nothing. I would literally I was like a rapper. I would just write the poem and then post it on Facebook and send it to a bunch of people. And like one of my bros was like, "Yo, bro, like, how much for one of your poems?" And I'm like, "I don't know, like, how much you got?" He was like, "I got 30 for you." And I'm like, "Alright, that's cool." I could do it. So he told me what he wanted to write about, what he wanted the poem to be about. I wrote it, sent it to him. He was like, "Yo, this is fire." So then from there, like he started coming to me like every week. He was in love with his girl at the time. Like
Oh, so you was writing no love.
I ain't gonna lie, I've most of my poems that I've sold have been to my friends, like for their women. Like, I don't think.
So why you don't get into like music? Like why you not? Because if you could talk to the ladies, dudes are cool, but
dudes is cool, but no, I know
would
that.
like it better.
I know that that's where the money is at. I don't know. It's not my passion. I don't have the passion for it. Like I have the capacity for it. I just don't necessarily have the passion. And like I feel like the music market right now just is flooded. It's flooded. It's not too many people talking to women though. So like I could.
That's why I'm telling you. You could go in there and like change it up. Cause what we hear nowadays, like even R&B is not the same. It's like F bitches and all this stuff. Like before, it was like even if they was cheating on their girls, they still
it was on one knee. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I miss that. I miss that time. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Yeah, that was that. I've been listening to this one song. What's his dude's name? His name is famous. I don't know where he's from or nothing like that, but he got this song called 90s R&B, and it's so
you gotta send me that.
Fire. It's so fire because that's basically like, and it's crazy. I posted it, not the song, but I posted like one of the lyrics, and he started off like I can't sing y'all, so I'm not even gonna try. I ain't even gonna do y'all like that. But he started off saying like, let's go back to holding hands. Like let's go back to walking on the beach. Just being, he was really just talking about being romantic and like, that's me. Like,
yeah, we missing that. We definitely missing that. I think in general in this generation we're missing it. To be honest, like, I feel like roles been switched.
Yeah, it has been. I had this conversation like in my personal private life all the time. I feel like after a certain time, like, so traditionally, like, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, so I'm 31. So like, at that age bracket right there, 25 to let's say 35, like the way we was raised, like the man was the provider. Like, you know what I'm saying? Moms stayed at home, or you know what I'm saying? Unless you came up with a single mom, then mom was the provider. But it was still taught to us like a man is supposed to provide because there wasn't a lot of opportunities for women. But once women started getting to the bag, it was like, well, y'all niggas ain't shit as it is. Like, and now I can provide for myself. I don't need you. And then it was, and not being men, you keep it tall. Like, it was, and a lot of men was now.
I was gonna say, I think it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, nah, it's definitely.
I feel like if I'm gonna stay home, take care of your kids, all that, and you still gonna disrespect me, it's like I can understand why a woman didn't even want that position. Cause like, if you gonna do what you do, at least.
Yeah, you gotta take
separate it. Yeah, like separate it.
You gotta take it, and I think that's what like broke it down. Cause like, and again, I always use myself as an example. Like my last real serious relationship, that's what it was. Like I, was thugging. I was doing what I was doing, and my person, she knew what I was doing, but I was taking care of home, so she kind of like let it rock. But then once I stopped taking care of home, then it was yeah,
you gotta do one or the other.
Listen, my man, like what we doing, like, and I did some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I made the foolish choice of just I'm just leaving.
Right.
And that hurt. That hurt me in the long run. Like that definitely hurt me in the long run.
Because you was being selfish. You was being selfish, you feel?
Yes and no. So I started doing what I was doing really because she struck first blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had so I was about to go to jail. It's 2018. I was about to go to jail.
Okay.
I knew, like, I had one. I can talk about it now because the case is over. Like, but I had warrants. I was into shit. So like, I sat her down. We had a conversation. Like, cause we had split up for a little bit, and in that time frame of us being apart, that's where all this shit transpired. So I'm like, oh, listen, I'm about to go to jail. Like, I'm looking at a significant amount of time. Like, what we doing? She's like, I'm with you, and I'm like, you sure? Like, cause
you just wanted that honesty.
Yeah, I just wanted confirmation. Like. And And me and her have this conversation all the time. Like, at the time, she thought she could handle it.
Right,
Like,
right.
that wasn't my issue. My issue is what I told her, which is the moment you realize you can't handle that, let me know. Because we friends before we anything. You my dog. Like,
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Respect me enough to let me know, like, yo, listen, I can't do this.
Right.
Like, I'll be here for you as a friend, but as like a relationship, I would have respected that. Like, I'm in jail, like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, I had already been in and out, so I already know how that go.
Right.
And what hurt the most is I didn't, out of everybody in my life, I kind of expected her. She was the last person I expected to do that. So
But they always say the last ones you expected, the first one.
Yeah. So when it came out, and it's not like it came out all in one whop, you know how that go. Like, it came out in bits and pieces, and then like.
Right. You kind of like peeping, like.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini, so I think and I pay attention to
logical.
everything.
Definitely very logical.
And then on top of that, like, I think women tend to forget that, like, men pay attention when they choose to, and like, if a man is really for you, he's gonna pay attention. So just how
I agree.
Y'all know, like, certain patterns we have. Like, I pay attention. Like, we be talking and, oh yeah, your tone, what's up? Like, cause again, we friends. So I'm no longer your man. I'm looking at this like a friend level. Like, yeah, I know when you. Okay, cool. So I came home and I tried to approach the situation, and like, her guilt wasn't allowing her to hear what I was saying. That she didn't want to look herself in the mirror and realize, like, damn, I really
it's
did
the way
that.
I want about it.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So that pain ended up turning into anger. Then, alright, now I'm gonna get my get back. Don't even worry about it. Because I don't want beef. Like, I want to piece it out. I want to sit down and have a conversation.
Right, but you want fair too, though.
Yeah, like,
especially if you gave somebody the opportunity.
Yeah, let me say what I have to say. Let me have the opportunity to let you know how what you did made me feel. I'm willing to forgive you, but in order to forgive you, I gotta let you know and hold you accountable. Because like, that's somebody I was planning to be with for life. So it's like, all right, cool. You gotta know exactly what you did so that we can get past it, so it don't happen again. Like, I'm not gonna just give you a free pass to do it again.
Right.
And
so it was more so not on and up, because I feel like everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the mistake, but see, that wasn't a mistake. It was a bad choice, because it wasn't just like a one-time thing. It's an ongoing thing. Feel me?
Oh, okay.
So like, it had long since left the realm of a mistake, but I was willing to accept that because I had made bad choices. I had cheated on her up until that point, but I had made some poor choices or whatever, which led to us splitting up initially, right? But like I said, I didn't have that outlet, so either I was gonna internalize all of that, which I did at first. I was just like, alright, I'm gonna deal with it. But that shit started eating at me because I was doing certain things, like I was doing everything for her, and it was like, nah, this shit right, like this, damn. You was really willing to trade me for that? Like,
I don't know. You think like that? I think guys gotta think the same way they do. Like, I think a lot of guys think, cause I always hear this, oh, girls, it's all about emotion, da da da. I don't feel that way. Nah, I'm only saying that cause like I feel like I done shit in my life, and just cause I'm doing something with somebody don't mean I'm over here like seeing a future with the dude or not. I feel like girls could do what dudes do too, in a sense, when it comes to like. I feel like I like it. I'm fucking with it. That's it. But it doesn't mean I'm trying to.
But when you
build a future, unless she talking like she's trying to build.
She's
telling a dream. Then
she wasn't on some shit like, yo, I love you so much, I want to be with you. But like, when you have certain conversations with a person, and you like, I can get past the physical bond, but once you start building an emotional and an intellectual bond with a person,
that's
like,
no, I agree.
Yeah, cause like physical, that shit gonna subside, but. Now, when you think about certain shit, I'm like, oh yeah, like, and then it was on some shit like, she was talking about me and like issues me and her were having with him.
Oh yeah,
And like that's another thing that got to me because she like one thing she would always say was like, "Oh, he always knew about you," and like she had been saying this for a minute, and like one day I just flipped, like, because I'm like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, that's supposed to make you feel better that he knew? Like, that's worse. That mans knew what was going on, and like he didn't give a fuck. But I'm not mad at him. Like I'm never one to not gonna check the nigga because he don't owe me no like.
Nah, that's a fact.
But you,
that's how I feel. Period.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it was selfishness to a certain extent because I could have left and people be like, yeah, why would you cheat when you could just leave? But when you in that situation,
nah, I know, I get it.
It's very.
I feel like I was in a position like that, so I get it. Like I get wanting to get back, especially if you care, and it's like you ain't at that point you didn't want it to end. So people be like, why just leave? But in your head, you're not even thinking of an end. Yeah, you're not there. Like.
Nah, I wanted to work it out, but I also, again, in order to work it out, I had to have the proper space to release it and to relay what I was feeling, and I never got that. So then I just, get in my bullshit. Like, I'm from the trenches too, so it's like, if I approach a situation diplomatically and listen, me and you got an issue, and you like, I don't want to talk. Well, where we come from is like, if you don't want to talk, so what you want to do then? Like,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's only a few ways.
That's how I feel.
It's only a few ways the situation can end. You don't want to talk, so either I just gotta accept that you did what you did and just eat that, and
not fuck with you, or
now I gotta get, or you know what I'm saying, or I gotta get even,
right,
and or just sit and on the side and be a dummy and just okay.
No, but it makes it worse when somebody like, I feel you because I felt like that. I feel like yeah, you made your mistake right to the person I was with, but it's like also that I don't give a fuck after. That's what makes you be like, oh. That's what
it was. Like cool, I could again.
Right.
I could
like
accept
if you're remorseful, trying to be different, but let's some weird shit.
Let's sit down and figure out how did this happen. Why did you do what you did? What clicked in your brain to make you think that was okay? And again, it wasn't a one-time thing, or because
sometimes people lacking stuff, but they don't tell you what you lacking, so now they make it an excuse to do what they do rather than say what you lacking.
And this is why before I went in, I had this conversation. Like I went in, let me see, I was 27, so I wasn't no young nigga. Old enough to understand. Like I went to prison the first time I was 19, so I got cheated on my first comment there, so I already know how this shit goes. Like,
but at the same time, it's like you gotta understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Just because if I go to jail, I'm not gonna expect. I'm gonna be real, like, but you got your personal needs, you got your stuff.
But that's why I had the conversation and gave you the option to say, well, if we about to go do something. Yo, man, you with this? If not, get out the car.
Yo, see, I'm like that. I'm not gonna
get out the car. If you train, say that. Don't wait till we.
Nah, I feel.
Because now the plan already in motion, and now you know too much. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was with her, because it wasn't just like I didn't have no plan. Like everything I'm doing right now, anybody that was in communication with me during that time frame can tell you everything that I said I was going to do while I was in there, I done did that and then some. Like, so it was like I had a plan. I wanted you to be a part of the plan, and you fucked the plan up because you went and did what you did.
I believe everything happened for a reason.
No, it happened for a reason, but what I'm saying is the plan that I had.
For us,
Like now, the divine plan, the plan that the universe had, obviously it happened because it was meant to happen. Right. But at the same time, like, you had an option, then you shut me out so I couldn't release what the fuck I was feeling. So I got on bullshit for a minute, and I hurt her a lot. And I got hurt in the process too because
you kind of purposely doing something.
Listen, I did a bunch of shit, but the thing that hurt the most is that after all of the shit that I did, I still didn't get to deal with the issue. Like, I still did. Because now I'm doing what I'm doing. So now she don't want to hear what the fuck I gotta say, because she like, how can I feel for you when now you're doing shit? And it's like that was the next issue, trying to get her to understand, like, I'm only doing what I'm doing because I don't have an outlet. And it actually took for us to break up. Like we broke up, and she went about her way, I went about my way, and just life. Cause like I said, we was friends, so like that's somebody I would, even in the midst of the breakup, we would still call each other like, yo, listen, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and like I was still going through things because I was still fresh home, and I was fresh home off the longest sentence I had ever done, and like it was a lot going on. I'm trying to figure out life, trying to figure out how I'm gonna restart my brain, and that, her being a friend, we was able to like kind of reconcile the situation and finally able to come and sit down and have a conversation. We had like a
So it took all that.
yeah, all of that.
Crazy.
We had to break up and really like we was ops, like for real, like we
Nah, I believe it. I feel like I had a similar situation like that too when I was younger. So
we was ops, and it was treacherous because like everybody who knew us and saw us together, like they was really like, yeah, like y'all good together, and they was like, y'all motherfuckers only knew like, but we reconciled enough to where like we could sit and have a conversation. I don't know if we could ever be
I feel you
back, and I think that's only because now at this point I think on both ends like it's that fear of like, what if you get triggered again and you
like
decide,
any little thing, right?
Like, and you decide, cause like, and like me and her, like we kind of the same person, so it's like I know how you operate. Like,
legit on the zodiac thing that you guys are opposition, right?
What do you mean?
Like you're the opposite of us. If you look it up, the zodiac, right? Mm-hmm. It's literally what's across from that sign, and you guys are across from us. So they say that we have a lot of similarities, but then we clash because then there's other stuff.
Yeah, because my son and mother is Sagittarius, and my son is a Sagittarius, so I probably gonna have to fuck him up. I'll probably not.
Nah, they go when they good. I just feel like what I could say for myself, I feel like a lot of my life I was careless. I feel like they could be careless in a sense. Like not that they bad people at heart, but I feel like you gave them an option and still they just she was just careless. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, I feel like that's careless. Cause she could have said something.
Yeah, and I think that's something that will always like kind of put a damper on us, because you had an option. It's not like I took the option away from you. It's not like I was like, you better be lower than me. I'm going to jail, and like, nah, my nigga, like, well, and even when I got in there, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, once I started peeping certain shit, I got sentenced. What's up? Like, what we doing for real? Because now this shit's real. This shit's on paper, so now it's a definite sentence. Like, I ain't going to, like, I got from right now to this date on this paper, like, and it's like, that's another thing too. In the midst of me being in prison, like, all the shit that I had to not do to try to make it home to you, like.
Nah, I know.
And it's like mentally, like, and I'm not like I'm not a regular person. So like when I go to prison, it's not like I can just go sit in a corner and be like, okay guys, like, I'm here, I'm just gonna do my time.
I know, you're on survival mode.
Yeah, like
that's what I heard from all my people said. Yeah, they like it's just,
it's like that. Like it's like the streets.
You be cordial, but you can't be like you're not.
What's up, bro? Nah, I can't. I can't go like that. And that's another thing that bothered me. That on top of you doing what you doing, I'm dealing with all the shit that I'm dealing with that comes with being solo. Like, cause I'm not a regular person, so I'm in prison. I can't just chill and. I wish it was like that. But like I said, we got to a better place now where we can have a decent conversation. Who knows what the future holds right now? Solo is focused. Solo. Yo. And y'all only knew what was going on off here. But yeah, and it's crazy how we got into that conversation. That is literally like the main reason why I started writing poetry. Because like, if you can't, like, I'm very emotional. I'm very like, and I can't, like, I'm a Gemini, but like my mom was a Scorpio, like, and like.
Ooh, I love my Scorpio.
Yeah.
My moon is in Scorpio.
Yeah.
I love Scorpio.
So like they very cerebral too, and like. they just watch and let you do shit and then be like, and the next you like, what happened? It's like, yeah, remember 3 weeks ago when
my father's a Scorpio, I know.
Yeah, so you already know how that shit go.
Yeah.
Like, he be like, well, I did. Like, if you don't know, I don't know. Just know, like, yeah, you earned that.
You did, though.
You earned that. But that's why I wanted that. That's like one of the main reasons why I like really started pushing my poetry is because like to show men, especially black men, like, yo, it's alright to feel. It's alright to do something else with your emotions besides be angry. Like,
nah, real talk.
Anger is an emotion, but it's not the only emotion. And
right.
From that relationship with the woman I was speaking on, like, it let me know that, like, unfortunately, like, what was happening to me in my relationship has been happening to a lot of us just throughout life. Like, we have these feelings that we want to express, and it's like, yeah, so it's like, all right, cool. Well, you're not gonna pay attention to this. All right, cool. Now when now I get attention.
Ain't it fucked up how you gotta kind of do shit?
Yeah, you gotta go.
But we also gotta realize and learn to do that. We don't have to deal with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like when you feel like you conditioned to kind of have to deal with that, that's why you do the extra mile. But as you get older, you realize like I don't even gotta deal with that.
That come with age, like
right.
And it was really like for me. Like it was I talk about this a lot on my podcast, so y'all probably tired of hearing about this too. But like I lost both my parents, like on a bit previous to the one I was with her. Like
sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know how to deal with that. Like I'm in jail, so again, like my emotions is
right. You
essentially
can't
turned off.
Like yeah.
So but that's the main reason why I push my poetry is just to let people, but especially our men, know like it's alright to feel. It's okay to feel, even if you're angry. It's alright to be angry. It's not being angry. It's what you do with that anger. But when you do have a safe outlet, a safe channel to get it out, get it out. The thing is, because it's so rare for us to have that, it's very hard to identify who's really a listening ear and who's really like just there to
bring your business.
Bring your business down. And it's difficult because you those people, while they are two separate people, they might seem like the same.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You can know somebody for years and not even know what they vibe is.
I lost a friend of 20 plus years. Yeah, 20 plus years over something. The crazy part is, it wasn't even an issue between me and him. It was an issue between him and another one of our friends, like in the circle. But I didn't take sides. But I also didn't. Like I didn't take sides. But I didn't come to his aid. Yeah, so it like he got upset. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And then like when I sat back and started doing the math, I would question if he was even ever my friend. Like
right, because you would think like when you have history with somebody, they'll give you the benefit of the doubt. They won't just jump, oh, you being funny. Like I've been in situations like that where I sat back like, yo, this is y'all problem. Y'all figure it out. Y'all be all right tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk shit about them to me. Vice versa.
And that's what it was. Like, bro, I said something about bro, and it's like.
But why you ain't say something? That's
but so when he did that, I went and told bro, like, man, I don't, cause I really was like removed from the situation because like y'all both my brothers, like y'all both my friends. I don't want to get involved. Right. Because I'm not gonna like what I got to say, like.
Right. Both of y'all is wrong.
No. Bro over here was wrong. Bro over here did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. He actually like showed how much of a friend he was by his lack of reaction. His lack of reaction had nothing.
Like he didn't even want to go there, like. You know,
his lack of reaction, and that's something that I'm learning now too. Like that I've been learning in the past few months is that sometimes a person doesn't react not because they don't care. It's actually because they care that they're not reacting. Because if they give it energy, it's not gonna be the energy that you want. Like,
I feel like I'm like that. Like whether it comes to family or friends, because it's like I don't even want to go there with you. Because I know how I am as a person. Like. I know how my family is. All of us is hard-headed. Me and my friends I had was hard. I'm like, yo, let's not even, why we going there? I feel like when you love somebody, you shouldn't even go there, period. Like, it shouldn't even get to that. So sometimes you lay back and you be like, yo, I'm not even gonna say nothing back to this person. Cause I know now they gonna say something, I be avoiding all that. That's how I feel. I just avoid. I don't like drama. I'm really not a big drama person.
I thought it was gonna subside because between us, like, we've known each other. Like, I knew bruh, damn, talking 02. Yeah, so first ended last year, so we talking a whole 20 years. Like, that's my whole life. Like, literally my whole life. And I knew bro over here probably like 15, 16 years. So it was like, I was hoping, because I didn't know how serious the situation was, but bro over here really did some snake shit. Like, he really did some, did some snake shit. And when it came to the light, when he said what he said, and I went and told bro, he got mad, like, and it was like, how you mad? Like, yo, you don't act like bro, like, you know what I'm saying? And that propelled bro up here. Like, now he like, oh, so that's what you doing? Like, and it's like, if you saying that to the homie, like, I can imagine what you saying outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who you know not gonna say nothing back to me, like, and that shit spilled over. So, but I be like, now I'm at the point where like I think previously I was trying to keep certain people in my life because of the history, like because
see, we could touch on that.
Yeah,
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in it. Nah. I don't believe in that.
I'm at that point. I'm like, I don't want to say I'm teetering on the fence, but like, there's certain situations even currently where it's like, on one hand it's like, this shit ain't been all bad, but it's like, does the bad that you did outweigh the good? Because like, in the streets, excuse me, you could be my man 50 grand, we got money together, shopping together, fuck bitches together, all that. When you do some snake shit, all it takes is for you to do that snake shit one time.
It depends on what it is too, though. Like, there's levels to shit to me.
If
your first time you did it and it was on 40, oh, you were done. You know what I'm saying? It's not no shit. It's not no little shit. It's like some big shit.
It's like, for me, shit I can't forgive. Like, am I mean, like, you just, like, you do whole shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you knew the right way to do, and you still chose to do wrong.
Yeah.
And like, then you come back and you look for assistance. Like, bro, you know that shit was bullshit, but now you want niggas to have. And we told you not to do that fuck shit, and you did it anyway. Or obviously, like, if you go against your grain and, you know, you get in the rooms and you start running your fucking mouth, then obviously
there's certain things that you can't turn. I don't think so. No, there's certain things you just, that's it. I believe. I seen a
I don't know what podcast it was, but they was talking about the whole snitching epidemic and like, what's the difference, like the levels to snitching. And man, I can't remember. I hate not being able to quote people properly, but the nigga was like, yo, you in the streets and you tell you's a rat. Like, it ain't
I was watching something like that too, and he like, yo, if it's a person in the street that just see and snitch, that's different than a person like, if you down and you on some down shit and you snitching. Like,
if you a regular civilian, you a law-abiding citizen, like.
I mean, you still snitching, but it's like,
nah, it can't, because if you a civilian, like if you run in a bank and the bank teller, like, man's never been in the streets, never picked up a gun, never sold no drugs, never portrayed that image. And he sees some shit. He a law-abiding citizen. That's his, like, that's what the police are there for law-abiding citizens. They pay their money to pay these niggas to do their job. But now, if bro was in on his shit, he gave us a drop.
That's a
yeah, you a sucker for that. Like, you a sucker for that. Like, but certain niggas don't understand that. Like, certain niggas be like, oh, that's what Boosie was getting on T.I. Cause I
know T.I.
said he said I take all the charges you got, and it's like,
he said he came to him in a dream.
Nah, bro, yeah. Bro, you told though. You gave it up.
I don't like. Well, what if this situation, his dog really said that though? Like, yo, if I go, put it on me. That's like when dude be like, yo, lie on my name.
But he didn't say that. He said Mia's came to him in a dream. He was already dead.
Nah.
And I'm not saying that didn't happen because I'm Haitian, so I believe in the spirits and all that.
Me too. Definitely.
But at the same time,
I don't know where now he told you to.
Bro, you still told. If this is a statement and it says statement, and you sign your name, you a rat. Because guess what? The only reason why that man didn't go to jail is because he dead. If he was alive, he would go to jail. And if you had the option to tell on him while he was alive, you would have took that.
So if you was in that position, right? What you doing? He dead. Honestly.
I was in that position. Honestly, wholeheartedly. Okay. I was in that position. My last time in prison, which is another reason why what Shorty did hurt, because I'm like, the feds came to see me. Like, the people came to see me. I was already sentenced on the state case, 3 years, cool. I'm straight with that. Something I really had nothing to do with, somebody else got caught up in. Oh yeah, I know him. He's whoa, what? Like, and I had the opportunity, but that's not in me. Like, I was really raised differently in my family. Like, I seen the feds come when I was young, and I had somebody in a mix tell. I was young, I wasn't involved, right? But I seen like how the family completely. They didn't kill him because that's family, but they completely ostracized him, and like that shit was drilled in us before that situation even happened. Like, yo, if you outside and you doing, you in a mix, the police come, you gotta hold that. You gotta take that. And it's like,
I was even told that, really. Like, I feel like I was even.
It's shit, like, they teach you that in school. At least they taught me, like, when you do, like, science projects and shit, like, you got controlled variables and you got uncontrollable variables. That's shit that could happen that's really outside of your control. So, like, if we over here and I start shooting, like, I might be aiming at you, but I can't control where these bullets go. And I also can't control who's gonna say what. You know what I'm saying? So now, we got away, we stuck to the plan, but now somebody just was on point, and now they see the license plate, and they call, okay, boom, we got caught. Or maybe you got caught, I didn't get caught. They saw you, they didn't see me. All right, cool, bro, you got hold that, because we all made an agreement when we got in this car, when we left this crib, what we was going to do. And even if you wasn't with us and you just part of the little circle, you got to hold that. If you get jammed up, hold that.
Right. Knowing that would be a situation.
That's a part of life. Because I guarantee you, if I get a bag, if I hit a lick for a meal, you ain't going to say, my man just came up. What you going to say? We came up.
Right.
All right, so we got knocked.
That's got to apply.
We got knocked. Hold that. Hold that, you know what I'm saying? Trust me and respect me enough that I'm going to be a stand-up nigga and do what I'm supposed to do. If I can't, if they got you dead to rights, whatever needs to be done, like, I don't have a problem. Court fees, lawyer fees, bond money, visits, mail, going to see your kids, going to see your mom. I got a homie right now just took 20 for a body. Like, I talk to his mom at least 3 times a week. Send her bread if need be. Because that's part of that shit too. It ain't just about getting in the car and riding out. Like, sometimes
you gotta hold him down too on the outside.
Sometimes his mom called me and we just talked for hours. Like, she just talked. You know what I'm saying? She like, yo, I feel like I'm talking to my son when I talk to you, and like that make me feel good because nobody did that for my mom when I was like that. So when my mom took her last breath, like, she had no clue where I was, and like a mom's. Like, that's instilled in her, like, to protect her kids, and like she had no clue where I was at. So like, nah, if you in this shit, don't matter if the nigga dead or alive. Like, if you give it up, you gave it up, and you gotta stand on business. Like, you gotta hold that. So for T.I., and that hurt because I love T.I.
Right, I would never expected that.
I love T.I., and it's crazy because they had been saying that, that's been in the air.
And I feel like it's even worse. Because like you say, you've been in those positions. I think it's easy for people to be like, oh, I wouldn't do that if they're not in it. You know what I'm saying? You can't. That's why I can't really say, like, And my first instinct would never be to snitch. You know, I've been in positions, a lot of positions. I done dealt with somebody when I was younger that was like bugging in the streets. Bugging. And if it was ever to that, I would never, you know what I'm saying? Like never, I would never do no shit like that. But I can't say like, if it's on some life shit, separate, not from what the old dude I'm talking about. I can't really, I don't respect what T.I. did, but I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna answer on the stance of a person that never been in that position.
I can understand
why
he did what he did.
Yeah, facts.
I don't accept it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it at all, but I can understand it because as a human, you got something that's self-preservation. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, and at this point, now it wasn't like he was just dirty ass tip from BINKKY. At this point, he's T.I. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's T.I. He had just made ATL. Like, he lit, bro. He lit. So it's like, if I go right now, like, that's it. Like, all this shit stops. And like, you gotta look at the quality of his life. Like, he's T.I., but his wife is tiny. Like, it was not like she was like some broke bitch from, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was lit before him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they are.
You ain't have to type shit.
Like, feel me? So it's like, he did what he had to do to not only protect him, but like, you think, what you thought your woman was gonna do? Like, you about to go up the road for at least 10? Like, what you. She was sliding out, and
maybe she, you know, you gotta also think like people be putting stuff in people's ears too, though. I'm not gonna lie, like people be.
All the time.
Maybe you should do this, or maybe you should do that. Not saying she was. I'm just saying.
Yeah, nah, she probably. Listen, I was in a situation years ago, like probably my daughter was 10. Yeah, so this was my daughter was first born. I think she was like 2. And a situation happened in the city of Bridgeport, because I was from Bridgeport too, so a situation happened, and I wasn't involved, but I was there. And my name got brought up. Again, my name got brought up, and I'm like, what the fuck? I went to court for a VOP. I'm about to cop out, take my time, go with the way. I'm like, what's going on? I'm ready to get sent today. He's like, no, your name just got brought up in an investigation. I'm like, what kind of investigation? He said those were murder. And Shorty was like, man, listen, you shot a nigga, you better tell him people. And do what after? What was you?
Yeah, I think people don't think about that either, though. It's
like
your life. Well, I feel like nowadays, I don't know, you might be able to get away with shit like that nowadays.
Niggas pick and choose.
No, they do.
Niggas pick and choose.
They definitely do.
Because it's a nigga in the city. It's a few niggas.
I was about to say it. I'm not in that, but I heard from my people in jail that like niggas is.
It's a few niggas in the city. And it's one nigga that got a crazy platform. Like, he wanted to the outside. And it's crazy because his shit out there. Like, it ain't like don't nobody know about what's going on. They know, but it's like they choose to fuck them. They pick and choose of what they identify as snitching. If the police come ask you, hey, a crime was committed, what do you know about this? And you say anything besides, I don't know, where's my lawyer, or am I under arrest? Like, bro, you giving them, well, I don't know what happened. I didn't physically see what happened, but when I went to the store, these 2 people was there. I came out, one was dead, and the other person was still there. Like, bro, like,
he hit him with the gunner.
Yeah. Like, but see, even Gunner situation, like Gunner,
I feel like that he low-key told.
No, what he did,
because he did what you said, like, isn't it a gang or whatever?
Yeah, he agreed to tell.
If that's a gang, then it's that these people are doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of confirmed the whole situation.
And they call him on the stand, like you said, he already done agreed to all of this. He already done said, YSL gang, I seen Young Thug do this, I seen this person do this, I seen this person do this. And they did that. That way, when he get on the stand, he can't do what certain niggas do, which is they get up there and they recant their statement. Or they get up there and they plead the fifth. Because you got immunity now. So now, if you plead the fifth, technically I'm not answering the question, but the way the proffer deal is worded, if you say anything outside of the original answer that you get, now that's perjury, and your immunity deal is out the door. So like, yeah, he was wild, but he wasn't built for that. He wasn't.
Yeah, I feel like Sometimes you surround yourself with people, and it's like, you never know. I feel like you could be like, oh, this person real, until you in a situation. It's hard. Like, it's like we go so hard for the people that we love, but it's like, do we really know if they would do it if they was in that situation? You would have hope. You have faith.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you never really
know nobody. Yeah.
You never really know. So it's
in that position.
It's the hope and the faith. But the crazy, everybody called it like, oh yeah, they going down. Yeah, he finna give him up. He finna.
I mean, look at the life he got though. Like you said, like
again, I ain't mad at him. And it's like, fuck it, you know, he gonna do what he do. He got enough money, like where he's made. Listen, if Tekashi,
I was about to say that. I feel like ever since that word to me, I feel like everybody been tweaking. Like snitching wise, it's just been like whatever.
Cause they feel like. And it's like,
I guess people don't care no more. Like I feel like back in the day, it was about structure. It was about certain things. Like it was being disciplined. It was morals.
Yeah.
Now it's just about the dollar. So you think people, if they feel like they could do whatever they want, snitch all that, and still get the dollar, you think they care about being real? People don't care about being real.
And it ain't no value on that. Like,
no.
But with the Tekashi situation, like, man's told, he absolutely gave it up. But
his situation was different too.
Yeah, that's like I know.
Cause you trying to kill me. Now see, he different than me. Cause you try to do that shit to me, I'm coming back on some other shit without the cops.
But he never was like that. Like they seen men doing his thing, and he was popping. He was popping overseas. He already had a bag, so he was already lit. But niggas seen like, alright, cool, you could be popping over here too, but he needed some type of plug-in, and wasn't nobody fucking with him. So niggas was like, oh, alright, cool, like, and they didn't reel him in. They gave him an opportunity too. Like, man, listen, they gave him an option. Like, man, listen, like you already lit, but you out here, you hanging out with us, you already with niggas, and truth be told, if some shit come down, you gonna get grouped in with niggas anyway, so you might as well take on this persona, you know what I'm saying, and everybody benefit from it. You gonna get lit, the streets is gonna fuck with you.
You pay me.
And and you
I protect you in the streets.
Yeah. His problem was, men thought he was really like that. He thought he was really like that, so he started really acting a certain kind of way. And niggas that was behind the scenes was telling him like, yo, bro, calm down. You doing a lot. He's like, nah, fuck that shit. So the monster, they created that shit.
Yeah.
So now, then they started doing shit to him and like acting as if it wasn't them, like to kind of like wake him up. But it didn't, because he was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like you said, like he still had money. He was still lit, so he didn't give a fuck. Niggas rob me again. I don't give a fuck. And he a troll, so like he get off on that attention, like.
But again, if he never had that, I think that go back to what we were saying. When you don't got things as a child, you yearn for that. Now you got people calling you cool, so you really think you cool, but they just selling you.
Look at that type of shit. He got fucking 1,000 different colors in his hair. He got 6 million tattoos on his face. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's wilding like this.
I mean, I do what you do. Yeah. I've always felt like that. Like, do what you do.
Yeah, now
that's
like
what you like.
He was, but
it's the way
he wanted that, and it's like, all right, cool, you got it. And it's like, what I dislike is that because nothing happened to him, he really think that it was okay.
Untouchable.
Like, so now he really feel like, so now he been in interviews like, yeah, I told, so what? Like, I'm a rat. But it's like, bro, what? Like, that's not okay. Like, I hopefully Gunna don't take that. I think
he's been more graceful with his. I think he ain't gonna say nothing, honestly.
I think he can't say, because you gotta look at, whereas like, and it's crazy because they both, they was both gangbanging, like, but.
See, I think Thug really like that though. Like, everybody, that's one person. I feel like he's like that, for real.
Listen, Thug, like,
I believe that.
Every person, it's not one person from Atlanta. Even Lucci, his biggest op, said it, like, Thug put fear in the city of Atlanta.
Nah,
like, he was
I believe that.
The only nigga that they said that came close to Thug was Gucci. Gucci.
See, I believe that too.
It was Gucci, and then like, and it's crazy how they came together, like, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, Doug, they said Doug was out there like all that shit. He was chatting about like,
you could tell by people persona.
Yeah, his demeanor, like he really, and that's why he was so cool,
I like
calm,
him.
and collected.
I loved everything about him.
Because
I love. Let me not say love. That's I hate when people go to jail and then we like. But I love him.
Nah, I jacked him. I didn't necessarily like his music, but I like his personality. I like his expressiveness. I like the fact that he ain't give a fuck like how niggas felt about him, and he was really that. Like he'd really stand on business with you. Like if you trying to get with him, like he definitely what's up? Like so like I can get jiggy with, and I also love that he had no problem showing love.
Yeah, that's one thing I liked about him. So many artists like scared that somebody about to overshadow them, like, and they don't help.
Like he stepped back and let Gunna win. Like and he threw Gunna and Baby the alley.
I was about to say.
And then let them niggas do what they do, and them niggas blew the fuck up, and like he never lost stride.
And I even like hearing like how he was towards Baby when he started, like before he even started. I'm that's some real nigga shit for real.
Yeah, just take this bag right here. Don't even, how much you gonna make today? Alright, cool. Just sit here. You ain't even gotta make a song.
It says a lot about his character, aside from business. Like it just seems like he's genuine.
Yeah, like he's genuine. But that's what Gucci was doing for niggas out there. Like, yo, listen, you ain't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know this city eats you up. So
where do people go? Where do people go?
No,
we need that. We don't got that in Bristol at all.
Because unfortunately, because you have so many people. The thing with our city is people look at like it's a difference. It's a difference between like we trying to get to the same place, right? But I don't got shit on you to like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got shit on like how you came on. It was like, yo, listen, this ain't like when you started talking about female rappers, like this ain't no shade to nobody. It's just how I feel, like you know what I'm saying? And other people like, man, fuck that shit. Like, oh y'all bitches trash.
Nah, see, I don't feel like that. I feel like when you really confident, I think people get like confident and like arrogance. Yeah. Like if I know I'm that. I know I'm that. I feel like I'm a one and only. That's how I carry myself. Like I feel like I'm perfect. God made me perfect. So I ain't gotta like look at another girl or shit on her or yo. If I'm in a position and I fuck with your shit and we do shit and niggas like you more than me, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like as you should. I'm not about to shame all that. That's whack to me.
Yeah,
I always felt like that.
But that's another reason why I started this platform, like started doing a podcast thing. I mean, aside from the fact that when I was in jail, I listened to podcasts all the time, and I'm like, that's cool. I could sit there and talk, but it was, I know when I started doing my poetry, like I didn't research poetry and figure out, like I really did it organically. Like I built my fan base just really all day on Facebook. Hey yo, I write poetry. Could you read my stuff and like give me an honest opinion, and just really talking to people and engaging with people. So now once I had a little platform where it's not the biggest platform, but when I put stuff out, people pay attention.
Right.
Enough people pay attention to where the people that I have had come on my podcast, what motion they had, it was at least double. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people keep this shit going and go on to do bigger and better things. And like, I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a fan first. Like, so everybody I had come on from my first episode to now is people that I actually like. Like, I like what they're doing. I respect their craft. I respect their brand. And that's what I told everybody. That's why I told you, like, I like what you're doing. Like, it wasn't just like, you got this super big buzz. No, I like what you're doing. And if I like what you're doing and I didn't know about you, it's at least 100 other people who
I've been in contact with, random people. Like, you know, WiTH, like her, you know, WiTH, right? No, but, you know, I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying, like, people around her, I'm talking to them like, we cool, we friends. Just because they saw me on the Explore page. Same thing you said.
Yeah, like,
so it's like, I know God showed me little stuff, right? I feel like God be showing me little stuff, but then I'm like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? People notice me, probably, whatever. But I feel like the more that happens, it's putting me in a position like, all right.
I was, it's crazy. I was in, so I'm from Bridgeport, but I was back and forth between Bridgeport and Norwalk. So I went back to Norwalk recently, and I seen somebody I went to high school with. And he was like, yo, it's Crown Soda, you're famous, bro, what's up? And I'm like, nah, famous, bro. And he was like, nah, you is. And then later on that day, I was in the gas station, this dude just kept looking at me, and I'm like, I ain't did nothing to nobody in a long time. Why are you looking at me? So finally, I'm like, what's good, bro? I'm like, he like, yo, don't I got you on Facebook? I'm like, he's like, yo, you're the poem guy, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And I was like, oh, shit.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I like that. I like that feeling of when people notice me for something positive, because it wasn't always that.
No, same here.
It wasn't always that. So now they see me, you're the poetry guy, and it's like, yep, that's me.
Especially when you feel like you don't see it. Because sometimes I feel like we could feel like we don't see that people can see us.
Yeah.
So when you hear random shit like that, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like I am doing it for something, even though you feel like you're not. Somebody seeing it.
BZ tells me that all the time. I don't think you know how amazing you are. Tells me that. She might not tell me that today because she's not feeling it. She probably batty today. But I think that's important. That's
absolutely
another reason why I started this platform is, even if I'm just one person showing love, like, that shit make a difference. Like, yo, like, you see me, and like you said, like you ain't dropped nothing in a minute. And the first song I listened to was the first song you ever did, so it was like, damn, like, that shit is still hitting. Like, all right, cool. Like, that's super motivation. But I just want people to know, like, yo, bro, it's okay to show love.
But it's your approach too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was laying down with my dude, and I'm like, yo, I ain't never do no podcast or nothing. Like,
nah,
I ain't never do nothing.
It's your first interview?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So I'm like,
when you get famous, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Just y'all remember, I was the first one for BINKKY MAMAS. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'll never forget. I swear I'll never forget. But dang, you made me lose my thought.
Oh man,
that's all right.
It's over there. It's in the corner.
Oh no, so no, I was laying with my dude, and I'm like, I love people that come to me, and I'm not saying this on no funny shit or nothing like that, but I love when people come to me and it's not no like weird funny shit going on. Like, it's like strictly business. Like, yo, I like what you doing, da da da. And it's cool, you know what I'm saying? And I had situations like that before where it's that, but then it switches. You know, like, people be playing a role. So the fact that you were consistent and just like wanting to know about the music and me.
It took us some time to get here, because, you know, these schedules is hectic, boy. But it, like you said, it stayed business. It wasn't, because I seen that happen where dude be talking, and next thing you know, he done like 50 pictures, like, yo, I didn't even know you was pressure like that. And it's like, bro, whoa.
Yeah.
That's not even what we here for.
I don't think that's fair. I feel like But I paid for a feature, and somebody did some shit and never gave me the feature. In Bridgeport, yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I done been in situations where I come, like, send my music, like, what's up? And you know my shit ain't trash, so I'm like, but it's like, people just be weird. Like,
yeah, like I said, people definitely be in this shit for different reasons, and I think that's why I kind of holding off on the music shit. Like, I got some shit. It just, I'm kind of like at the same place you at right now with the consistency thing. It's like trying to find a good studio and a good engineer, because like I don't know nothing about that shit. Like, and like the engineer that I previously had, like, he got this whole process where, like, he go in there, he gotta have a glass of wine, then have like 2 glasses of some liquor, dim the lights, you know what I'm saying? Fucking listen to different beats, and then listen to the last track he made, and then listen to the most hot song, and then alright, let's go. And it's like, bro, we've been here like 3 hours, bro. Like, my verse ready.
Yeah.
My verse ready, so. So like,
people be bugging.
Yeah, so like that's where I'm at right now, trying to find like a studio and just. But y'all might get something from me soon, cause I do.
I'm trying to hear something. You playing? I'm trying to hear something.
You the rapper. I'm not the rapper. I'm dibbling and dabbling.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a poet. I'm not a rapper. I mean, but if you guys want to hear my music,
Tell him to post some music.
I'm on iTunes.
You on iTunes?
I'm on iTunes. Look me up. Anywhere you trying to find me, man. Krwnd Soda, y'all know what's up, man. I'm on iTunes. I'm on Spotify. I only got one song up there, but
I'm trying to hear. I
got one song, and then I'm gonna
listen to it.
I'm
gonna let you know. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, let me know. And I got a little freestyle video. Matter of fact, my photographer, she got a few videos of me freestyling. They on Facebook, they on Instagram.
I gotta go check you out.
Yeah.
You just added me on Facebook, so I gotta go stalk you real quick.
If you follow me, go check my reels out. I'm saying some things. They got a little bit of traction. And then I got a video from the summertime, a song that I was working on, and I'm mad because I came up with the concept. I went through some shit. Somebody that was really close to me did some whole shit,
right.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was about to go do something to him. I really was about to go do something to him, but I was in the car, and when I'm in the car, I go back and forth between listening to regular music and listening to instrumentals. So I put in, typed in a beat, and that was the first beat that popped, and
he was
he
feeling
came
that
on,
shit.
and I said my first line, first things first, and never been the second option. And I got that from, what's shorty name? Oh man, what's shorty name? She come on a song first things first, bitch, mind your business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, if the next song that I make, I gotta have some shit like that. So that's where I got that from. And then I just went with this shit, and I recorded it on my phone, the voice note. Sent it to bro, and I'm like, yo, this the next one. But long story short, he didn't like his verse. He didn't like his verse, and he was I loved his verse though. His shit.
I hate when it be like that.
His shit meshed so well with my verse, and I personally think that I think he felt like I got out in front of him on that song, which
so it's because there's gonna be people that be like, yo, his part better than yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vice versa. So
absolutely,
it's because
we did a previous song together that I didn't put out, but that it actually went like that. I thought my verse was harder, and they're like, nah, bro, his shit, you sound good, but he did his thing, and it's alright, cool, so, but I don't know, and I didn't want to put the song out with just me. I could have been stingy, but I felt he made this song what it was, because the message I was saying, sometimes you know how that go. You'll get in a song with a person and you'll do a verse, and then their verse will be completely opposite of what and it's bro, this shit even it sounds good, but it don't go with the theme of the song. Yeah. His verse went perfectly, and I love this song, but so right now it's shit on the shelf. The world might not.
I got a couple other shelves with people.
Y'all might not never. I tell you, I really, and that really shows my character, because I could drop it. I got the. He sent me.
Drop it, let that shit blow. Pass him some money and be like, shut the fuck up.
He sent me I thought about doing that. I swear to God, I thought about doing
everything. I think life just puts you through shit.
Yeah,
you be too tedious about little shit about yourself, the way you look, the way. Cause I used to be I gotta lose 10 more pounds before I do some shit. Weird, sick in the head.
That's my man's right now. He I'm not dropping no more videos till I lose weight. But bro, we could go to the gym, bro. You already know.
We in the age where we don't even gotta act like that though. We got so much. Nobody gotta be perfect no more. I feel there's so many different.
Man, everybody flaws is beautiful. You gotta embrace them. You gotta embrace them. And you gotta own them shit. It's one thing if you try to act like you perfect, but embrace them shits.
I think that's why we like Cardi. Well, I liked her because of that. Because I felt she just came out
but that's why. Because that's really her. It's not no image with her. That's I was just saying that the other day. She really just a project bitch with some bread. That's it.
Right.
She ain't.
I respect it.
She would be the same Cardi. If you took all her bread away, she would still be the same. But that's why I like Glorilla, because that's her.
That's how. Yep.
That's really her, and that's why they mesh the way that they do. Because really them. Like, they didn't get famous, and like, only thing Cardi did when she got famous, she fixed her teeth. You know what I'm saying? Which, like,
I mean, who wouldn't though? Listen, let me get some money. My shit about to be fake as fuck. I'm about to be cheating for no reason. I'm gonna be pissed off and still be on some shit. I don't give a fuck. I love teeth. Teeth is my thing, so.
yeah, I mean, cause
I have some money, I'll do that shit. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, just like, blah.
Damn. Right now, my shit ain't bad now, but I'm on my shit
You
done.
gonna get your shit right?
I'm getting my shit done. I get my teeth done before I get my body done. Like, that's how much I like teeth.
Woo.
When I see that shit.
So why you gonna be a dentist? Rapping ass dentist. You like your teeth. You just don't like other people's teeth.
I would do it to other people.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm all over the place with careers though.
Yeah. So what do you?
Because that's not truly what I want to do.
So what do you truly want to do? Because you was a mail lady. Like, you was rapping at people doors like, yo, I brought you a mail, lady. I got hot fire.
I definitely want to. I was supposed to start school for phlebotomy in December.
It took me a whole year. No, matter of fact, it took me 3 years to be able to say that word. Fun fact.
Phlebotomy?
Yeah. You're looking at me like you want me to say it, but I'm not. Yeah, yeah.
And I looked at you and I was about to say, fucked up.
Yeah, that's why
I'm like, let me shut up.
Not gonna get me, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't go.
I used to work at this like corporate office thing, right? Yeah, I've been all over the place. I had any type of job. I'm the type of person, I like knowledge. I didn't know how to work a computer. I barely know how to work a phone. I swear to God, you would think like, how the fuck you don't know? And you 25. I don't really put mine into this, which is what I had to get to though. Because if you're not into the phone, into the internet, how the fuck you gonna do music? So you see,
yeah.
But I'm saying that was my drawback. So it's like, so anyways, I was working there. They had a shit. It was a temp job. They had a shit at the end. They will pay for the school, right? So I'm like, oh, what? Take that shit. Me, I'm always finding a job right after. Call them, I'm like, what's up? Like, what's the process? They're like, no, this is only for people that don't got a job. So now I gotta pay for it for myself, which is fine. So I'm saving up to pay for that. But it's not gonna be a thing where it's gonna happen tomorrow that I jump into that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna eventually do that because I actually just got hired at I got 3 jobs right now.
Dang.
Yeah, but
3?
Yeah, but I got a newborn, like my son 3 months, so like I need, you know what I'm saying?
I understand, yeah.
I need, you know what I'm saying? He that's my only son, so I don't think I'm having no more.
I'm weighing it out.
You ain't got
I think I'm like the last. My family, they got like one other cousin that don't got kids. He's almost 30, I think. But I'm like the only one. Everybody had him young. My mom had him young.
Yeah, I seen one of my childhood friends today. He was like, yeah, I seen you just had something. You gotta be like, nope. Yeah, like I'm about to be a what's the? He say about to be a polygamist.
I'm dead.
I actually know a polygamist, and I was supposed to have him on my. Matter of fact. I'm talking to you. You know who I'm talking to. I ain't gonna put your business out there. But I know him. I grew up with him. Like I know him. He's a real polygamist. Like real. Like it's a real poly relationship. And
that's crazy.
It's known in the streets. Like
I don't know if I can do that.
Why not? Like if you know what's up, like yeah.
So you could have 2 girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should go have me another nigga too, like 2 and 2.
If we got that agreement, I don't know how that works. Like I don't know the intricacies.
See, because that's how I feel. Like yeah, I like girls, but I like guys too. So if you like girls, right? So I have another girl, and I'll have another guy. It just depends on the circumstances. That's
I don't.
Cause I'm not gonna lie. I love women. I feel like I dated women before men, but I don't just want only women though. So I'm not gonna. Bam, me and her, and I ain't got something else either, no. Get that. But I respect it.
I don't know.
I guess most people are, unknowingly anyways. Shoo. I guess so. Like,
I ain't put no business out there. You know who you are. You gotta be acting. I don't even be talking like this.
for real, people be in there and don't even know. You feel me? So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I can. I'm with anything that somebody's fair with. Like whatever you fair with, I'm cool with it.
So you.
But if you not fair with it, don't be over here thinking I'm finna be fair with it. Like I don't got rules in a relationship, but don't do what you don't want me doing. That's how I
that's
feel.
a fair rule. That's the only rule.
For instance, right? I don't care about, right? Because me and my dude went through some shit. It's not crazy. In the beginning, it was like liking pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
About liking pictures and shit. He was liking pictures, certain type of pictures. I'm like, why you doing that? Because I feel like you could look at something, you don't got to tell somebody you admire them. You could look at it. That's like me looking at other dudes when they pass, but I'm not making it known that I'm staring at a dude like I'm not wilding, right? So he didn't get what I was trying to say.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about image. Like if I was under every nigga picture, you know you're not gonna like that. It don't matter if it's nothing serious, you're not gonna like it. So why you gonna do it? So that's how I am in a relationship. It's not really not no, you can't do certain things. It's just, if I know you wouldn't like it, don't do it to me.
Yeah, everything in moderation. Just be aware, be a reflection of each other.
Right, it could be a regular picture. But if every time I see a booty spread or something, somebody thinking that you under, I'll be like, what the fuck?
Every
You get what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Come on, my man. Like, what's up? Like, you trying to? If you don't want to be here, just say that.
Nah, facts, nah. But see, it wasn't that deep. But it was just, to me, I'm all about principles. It don't even gotta be big as fuck. It could just be like, now you know damn well, if a dude has shirt on with his dick print showing, and I like that, you gonna feel like, come on, you know you gonna feel away.
Nah, some.
But I'm saying, say you won't.
Yeah, nah, cause perception, and it's like
it's perception. His friends will be like, yo, what the fuck, your girl, right? And he will feel away. But because we in a society now that everybody's showing their ass, I don't care. I respect the dude. I showed some ass since I.
He said I showed some ass.
So it seemed as normal, right? But that's still, you still naked. So, but if I do it to a dude and I go like that, you're gonna be mad.
And this is why social media created the story, so all y'all could get y'all sneak on.
Don't sneak with me.
But now, Facebook done fucked up the game, because now depending on your settings, other people can see what you comment on people's doing. And I think that's just funny, because people, like, now it's cool to be thirsty. It's cool to be a thirsty and savage. Like, but it's not even savage. Like, a lot of y'all just nasty. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like you could. Like I said, I feel like I'm like that in general, though. Even before I was in a relationship, like I'm smooth. I don't be pressing people. Even if I like them or something, I don't really be pressing them. Like, I don't, every picture they post, I don't be liking it. I've never been like that. So
I got time, because after a while, like, because you got weirdos, you got niggas or women that push up just because they see you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, so look like her. Yo, listen, what's up, shorty? And it's like, bro, let me in tight. Yeah, now you got
people weird. It's like, to me, we shouldn't care about perception, but it does matter.
Nah, perception.
It does. That's like me going out and like hugging on a dude a certain way out in public. Like, I got a dude, like, why I'm doing that?
Looks.
Even if I'm not, I know, but it just, you don't do certain things.
Wait, I just had this conversation with somebody. They're try not to put the like business out there like that, but their friend's husband is like, you know, she feels like the husband is low-key flirting.
Oh shit.
Excuse me. And I've seen the messages, it ain't low-key. Means is he doing just enough to let her know, like, he on that without
that's some bullshit.
Stepping directly out of line. And we grown, so you know, like, you say certain shit, and it's
we know what the underlying, we know what you trying to say.
So shorty, you know what I'm saying, the female that showed me, she was, you know, she wasn't being as overt as him, but like she was just entertaining it, and I'm like, yo, listen, that's an issue because you saying you don't like that, but like from where I'm standing, it look like you
right,
like that.
Because you'll shut it down. 100%. I'm shutting it
like,
down. You come to me on some weirdo shit.
I'm like, yo, why didn't? I'm like, Ian, you ain't tell Ian's wife, like his wife supposed to be your friend, and she like, oh, she not gonna believe me. I'm like, it ain't about the belief. Like, if you stand on business, it don't matter.
Right, yo, if she turn around and don't want to mess with you after that, at least you standing in, you're being real, like.
Yeah, like, cause
but I feel like you don't want to tell her because you kind of vibing.
You like that, and that's what I said to her. I said, yo.
You think you good because that's her husband, but he giving you,
and
you know what I'm saying?
I say, yo.
He raising you up, so you think you something type shit.
I say, yo, what's gonna happen is, cause if he know, like he obviously like y'all all in the same friend group, so he knows y'all friends. Unless they got some type of agreement, unless they trying to reel you in, like it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? If he that type of nigga, it's gonna come out like, and he put like what look right here, and it's like, oh, look, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's crazy. I'm bringing that message.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like she don't want to show because her part.
Yeah, nah, cause
if you real, I'm showing it. You got me fucking.
Yeah, like what? Why you?
Some dude was blowing my shit up, right? I know him. Me and my dude know him, but not on no serious shit. But we knew him in passing and shit because we both from Richmond. And he blowing my shit up. Even at times, he blew me up as one side of the morning. I say, yo, what's up with you? I got a nigga. Like I sunned him. You know what I'm saying? But other girls would have, why?
Why you in my inbox at 1?
Like, no, not doing all that.
What you want? Like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck you think I want?
So I get straight to the point. Like, I'm not about to sit here and start flirting with niggas and then be like, oh my god, no. I don't need no track for my boyfriend to be like, girl, you was flirting back now.
Cause that's all it takes. Back to the perception thing, right? That's all it takes.
I don't need no one thinking.
If I'm on that, baby, be a dog. But I'm trying. I've learned that revenge is not.
Nah, it's not the answer.
It's not, cause like I said earlier,
money's the answer.
I ended up. Nah, it's not always the answer.
Nah, money. You know what I mean by money though? You thinking I'm saying just money, like doing better, like improving.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like definitely, I learned that from.
I always got better. Anybody played me? You wanna hear some crazy shit? I never went through a phone. I never like tear somebody's car up. Never did nothing.
Nah.
And I was cheated on, like
dog
dirty cheated, like.
You better than me. I done fucked up cars. I done.
But I've been way more successful.
Recorded. I can't say what. We did this thing.
Got him.
Hey, shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, things.
She gotta cut that.
Emotions, baby. Yeah.
Nah, but I didn't, and I feel like I'm happy. You know, I don't regret nothing. I put my hands on a couple of niggas, though, I ain't gonna lie. That I did. But like, trying to get even in other ways, I feel like I had more money than niggas. And I'm doing better than niggas, so it don't really bother me. When you doing better and they below you, you shouldn't stoop down to the level.
I had that conversation with somebody that I was like we ain't really, we floating. We just, and she stepped out of bounds or whatever. Like, which, like, it's cool. We floating. So, but we had a conversation and I respected her for coming to me about the situation or whatever. And I'm like, she's like, you probably don't want to fuck with me no more. And I'm like, nah, I learned from my last situation with Oka, like, you made a bad choice. It was, to me, it's a stupid choice. Like, but that was your choice. Cool. Like, but now I'm putting you on notice, like, I can't accept that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I move a certain kind of way. I can't accept that. And if, like you just said, like, I know what type of person I am. So if you decide that that's what you want over me, cool. Just know, like, you can't never get this again. Never.
Oh, yeah. Sure, that's me.
And no capacity. Like, it ain't no.
I said it in my freestyle. I don't give a fuck.
It ain't.
One
like,
chance you done. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't believe in none of that.
There's one from the city right now. We ain't gonna say no names, but like, shorty be going through it. Like, she had to call me from. She called me from my man's Facebook. Like they was at a kickback. Like matter of fact, at the Super Bowl party. This was recent. This last one is at the Super Bowl party, and she like, bro, let me see your phone. But she had been asking people for their phone all night, like pull up, like, yo, let me talk to you for a second. Oh shit, I think my phone broke. Let me see your phone. And like, so she got bro, and bro don't care, so he just gave her her phone. And I seen, matter of fact, I was busy. We was looking over some footage, and I see him calling me on Facebook. But like, you got my number, bro. Like, why you?
So you ain't think in your head like?
Nah, I didn't pick up the first time.
Oh, okay.
So, but then the shit, he started calling again. I'm like, he don't never call me on Facebook. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then right after it texts like, yo, you busy? So I'm like, nah. Like, so I called, bro. So girl, she like, what up? So I'm like, nah. Like, who the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, am I bugging? Like, so we get to talking. I'm like, yo, who are you? Like, I really don't know who you are. She's like, you don't know who I am? I'm like, no.
I left it where you at.
Yeah, but in reality, I really don't know who she is because I really don't think about her at all. So she's like, if I tell you who I am, you're gonna hang up on me. So I'm like,
you're there right now, I'm late.
I'm like, if you know that, then you shouldn't have called me in the first place. I'm like, listen, I make you a deal. If you tell me who you are, like I at least hear what you got to say. Like, so she was like, alright. And then she told me who she was, and I was like, yeah, I should hang the fuck up on you. And she shot her shot. Yo.
Over here like.
So anyway, like
So she called you what?
Yeah.
Like,
So yo.
What she did? She did some flu shit. So you don't want to talk to her?
No. So I'm nah. She did some whole off the shorty came to my job.
Oh nah.
Multiple times when we dealing with each other. Like I was creeping, but she knew I was creeping. Like she knew I had a shorty. Like if that's one thing, I don't lie. Like, if I got a bitch, I'm gonna tell you, like, I got a bitch, but, like, we can do what we do, but, like, you see that? That's me. Like, that's the queen.
Don't go
yeah, like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know
what I'm saying? If I stop fucking with you, like, no, it's probably just because the shit hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? We done did what we did too much, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, she was wild, and she sent fake ultrasound pictures to my girl. God. Like, she really, like... Cause you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. But yeah. So I'm like, I don't want nothing to, cause you really.
Yeah, that's too much.
You really. Cause now it hit her. Cause now she knows who I'm talking about.
Oh no.
So it's crazy because when this come out, people are like, oh shit, and they gonna rile her up because the city know about it. Like it ain't contained. Like the city know. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, so she like, I love you, and I'm like, that's cool. Like she mad.
Nah, she's
and I'm like,
infatuated with you. She ain't love you.
And I'm like, yo, that's cool. And she's like, and you don't even care. And I'm like.
I got a bitch on. What is wrong with you?
Nah, see, this was like me and Shorty not together.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
This was in the Super Bowl. So I'm like, yo, bro.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, bro, for real, like.
You doing too much already.
Keep it told with you, like.
So was that new? Like that was new?
What?
Like she was in a mix for a little bit, or she?
Nah, so she was in a mix. So like me and her grew up together. Like I really don't deal with new people, like. So me and her grew up together, but it's just like timing, like, and her peoples and my peoples is hella cool. So I kind of didn't want to overstep that boundary, but you know, I wanted what I wanted, and when she finally pushed up and was like, nah, cause like it had been flirting throughout the years, and it was supposed to be some link ups, and like she used to be on my block, like she used to be on the block with niggas, so it was always supposed to be something, and it just like. It just
I
you know what I'm saying? Just so now this shit a lot, and then like when I got it, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? But when she stepped out of line, like you fucked up home. You fucked up home, so it was like,
that's too much.
So she like, you hate me, and I'm like, you're not important enough for me to hate. Like I don't hate nobody.
I feel the same way.
I'm like, I don't hate nobody.
I gotta care to hate you.
No, I don't hate you. Like I'm indifferent. Like I've released, like I've relinquished the situation. So she's like, why we can't be cool? And I'm like, I don't want to be. Like I don't see a benefit from you, from being cool with you. Like I gave you had access and you violated. Like it's cool.
But for that little bit of access, so imagine.
That's
like,
cool.
No.
And with her, it was the same thing. And like with her, I was tight because like gang and them was telling me like, yo, bro, nah. And I'm like, yo, she ain't never acted funny with me. And I really stood on that. Like she ain't never did no funny shit to me. And then it was me. It could never be me until it was me. And I was like, oh.
That's why you gotta watch people when they pass. They do that shit to everybody. You gotta be like, they don't do that shit to me.
But
it's
see,
like you friends with a girl that talks shit about everybody. Like she about to, when I turn around, she's about to.
So she like, what she said? She like, so I'm like, listen, I don't wish you like no ill will, like ain't no beef with you. I just can't rock with you. She like, well, I love you, and I'm like, all right, that's cool, but I need you to like respect my space. Like, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't have an issue with you, but also don't want to be cool with you.
Right.
Like, can you respect that? And she like, no. And I said, well, goodbye.
Shit.
And I blocked my mans. I blocked his page. I blocked his phone number. I blocked it because I thought he gave her his phone knowing she was going to call me. Because like, he knew about this. He was one of the main niggas telling me not to fuck with her. Like, but,
nah, he probably thought she was going to call
nah, so the next day I called him. And like, we had a conversation. But he still blocked. Only because they still be around each other, and like if it happened once, it can happen again, and it's like I'm cool. Like I don't report to nobody, but at the same time, like I really like for me to really dub you, like
because you did the most.
Like I really don't want, and I don't want nothing to do with you. Like I don't wish you nothing, and like I don't think I ever really like a female like that. Like it's niggas that can't. But like so for you, but you did the mostest. You did the mostest.
Yeah, I don't like that extra shit.
So
but I feel like once you even get me out of character, you a dub. That's how I feel. My ex dude that cheated, when I rocked his ass, I was like, I'm done.
Krwnd.
I'm done. Punch him in the face. He called me a bitch though. He didn't call me a bitch and I get punched in the face.
I mean,
nah. Hell no. I don't let no dude call me a bitch. I was brought up with brothers. Period. No dude. I mean, they whoop my brothers whoop my ass. That's why I'm not scared of nothing.
Yeah, I know that's.
So you think a dude about to call me a bitch and I'm about to just sit there and let him call me a bitch? Nah. It's not happening.
Morals and principles. So man, what's next for you? Like when are we getting a project? Can we get a project this year? It's March 16th.
March.
Can we get a project this year? I ain't even saying this month.
A little mixtape?
Something.
I think I can do a little 4-pack.
A Binkyy pack, you know what I'm saying?
A little 4-pack.
Yeah.
I got ideas for the covers and all that.
Yo, where'd you get your name from? I be asking
Binkyy?
Yeah.
My mom called me that my whole life.
Oh yeah?
That's literally my nickname.
So that's just your name.
So when I was younger, Bobos, the Bobos
the
baby
Bobos.
stuff. Right. When I was young, they used to give me so many of them shits and I used to bite, throw them shits across the room, right? So they put a chain on me with a whole bunch of Binkyys. So then they started calling me Binkyy because of that.
And
it's just a nickname. And from then, I don't know no Binkyy rappers. So I thought about it.
That's true.
Like,
and you know what's crazy? I thought of that.
And it's playful. It's not like
it's not overly aggressive.
The biggest or a doll. I don't want to be a doll. No offense to the dolls, but I'm just
Binkyy
saying.
doll.
Yeah, I don't want to be like
Binkyy the doll.
I'm cool.
Binkyy the Barbie. Like no.
Or little Binkyy. Like no, I'm not doing all that. So
could be big Binkyy.
But there's bigs. You know they went through they big. You don't hear that when they was going through the whole. They was beefing all the girl rappers because big this, big Lotto, big Rennie. They was acting all extra. They was fighting. It'd be stupid shit that they be fighting. So not them specifically, just stupid names and shit. Just like
Big
we had
eye.
an era with all littles, Lil Wayne, Little.
But you know, my man's respectfully, Wayne started that.
Oh yeah, nah.
Wayne
He
started
the GOAT.
that. That's why he said, "Yo, that's
He's my favorite. Like I ain't gonna lie.
like niggas praise Hov verse on God Day, and like Hov to me is like he's that.
No,
But
Wayne did his shit too.
But
Wayne too.
he had the best because everything. I'm not saying what Hov said was a fact, but what he.
Nah,
That
Wayne
nigga
was
said I'm the
carrying-
8-pack, dreadlocks, face tats, nigga, face that. Like,
Nah,
all these niggas before him wasn't nobody doing that.
I felt when he said God did his thing when he made me. I just felt that one line that was good enough for me. I'm like, facts. Nah, that whole shit was fire. I thought that whole song was
Nah,
fire.
that shit.
That was a good project. He did a good job.
Khaled is definitely he is
Inspirational. That's one person I can say that's my inspirational.
he is one of a one. Like he put so many people on and gave them an opportunity. Shout out to Khaled, man. That's what we need to feature on. Yeah, so tell the people like, man, where they can find you at if they want to find you.
You said where they can find me at?
Mm-hmm.
You can find me at Instagram, BINKKY MAMAS, at BINKKY MAMAS. They can find me on TikTok. You're gonna have to plug that one. It ain't Binkyy, so you're gonna have to write that one down.
What's
It's my real name. I gotta switch it. I wanna switch it. So I'm gonna switch it to Binkyy too, so they can find me.
Oh, so you can find me.
Yeah, so Binkyy everywhere. You can find me.
Step on Facebook.
Spotify, Binkyy, 2 Y's, BINKYY. And yeah, soon hopefully I get a 4-pack.
Yeah, now
Definitely gonna get some
listen, yo,
covers.
when this drop, make sure y'all spam the comments and tell her to drop the pack. Do it. Yeah, look at me and y'all do it. Do it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got you.
Cause honestly, it's not. I'm trying to think of. It's not too many female rappers that I like. I'm not gonna say who I like. 'Cause if I say somebody and a person don't hear their name, you don't feel some type of way. But if y'all wanna come up here, y'all can come. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome.
All the girls come.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
I wanna watch the girls.
Matter of fact, I'm putting an invitation out there. Let's have an all-girl cipher. Cipher. Like,
okay.
Like, what's up? I'm putting it out there. When y'all see this, drop it. You know what I'm saying? Spam the comments. Set it up. The location. We already got a location. All you gotta do is bring your ball.
I feel like we should do a cipher, but we should also we picking a winner or I'm in it. Like we picking it because I'm coming from an artist standpoint.
What
so
you want to do?
In it,
we can talk about that.
Picking them.
We
gotta see what we gonna do.
We can talk about it.
We gotta see what we
can talk about it.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't the best freestyler. I'm a writer.
You're a writer?
Yeah, I'm a writer. So I try freestyling. I'm open to trying always. But I feel like from an artist standpoint, I could pick something.
You could pick something.
Pick something.
Well, yeah, man, y'all pull up and let's make a movement. Cause that's why I started this platform, was for the unity, man, was to bring people together. Like Bridgeport and Connecticut as a whole, it's a powerhouse. We gotta come together.
Everybody be fighting against each other, really.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't make everybody come together. But for the ones that can come together, let's come together. Let's come together.
Let me help you, help me, help you. That's how I feel. Let's all help each other. That's it.
So what else? We need visuals from you too, because you don't got no
I know,
visuals.
that's what I'm saying. You saying drop in, because I think I'm going to drop something to one of the songs I already got. Because I feel like the song is hard, so if they see my face too.
Well, they don't see it right now, but when it's dropping,
nah, for real.
They gonna be like, that's her. Yeah, that's her.
Which one out of the two do you think I should do a video?
That you play offline, off air, or that you sent me?
The 2 first ones I sent you. The one that I said I made, that was my first song I made.
Well, I'm kind of biased. I like that one because that's what got me. I gotta go look back, but.
No, those is the second. Those is after.
I don't even look like you for just to be.
When I was bald, I was just bald like Last year. Like last year, 2 years ago.
Nah. You
Go
didn't.
to,
You really didn't send me. Yeah, I really found you all on my own. That's crazy. That I really just posted up, y'all, and then was like, come on my podcast.
So we saying final notice is what you like. That's your favorite one. That's the first one.
Yeah. We need a visual to that. We need a visual to that. I will be a very happy fan in camera. Otherwise, I'm calling Spotify.
Nah, I'm gonna do it. I already got a vision of how I want that video.
Yeah.
I definitely want a whole bunch of women in the video, shaking their ass, doing what they want to do.
Call us. We'll make it. Call us. We'll definitely make an appearance and make it happen. Anything else you want to say to these people?
Nah, I don't got nothing to say. Spotify, YouTube, all that. You can search me up on Binkyy. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It was a vibe. It was lit.
Yo, I say the same thing to y'all every time. So I'm gonna say it again, cause for some of y'all this might be your first time watching me. I'm Krwnd. Feelings Aboard the podcast. Who am I? I'm Krwnd. You can find me everywhere at Krwnd. Instagram is Krwnd240. But if you find the Krwnd page, that is me too. Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, all that. Hit me, like I said, man. I'm here for collabs. If y'all want to come on, if you got a craft, you don't just have to be a rapper. You could be a singer. You could be a poet. You could do hair. You could do tattoos. You could do nails. You could do makeup. You could be a contortionist. You could be a painter. Whatever it is that you do that you passionate about, come so we could tell the world. And come get with me, man. I don't charge people to come up here. Unless you do some bullshit. You do some bullshit, then you got to pay the piper. But otherwise, man, come get with me. Y'all make sure y'all stay blessed and get ready, because it's about to be a cold summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to be a cold summer. Who knows? Y'all might see me and Binkyy in the train.
I don't see why not.
Spooky. Be easy, y'all.